Hey guys, welcome back to Snake Limited. I'm John, and today we are going to ID clutch number 9 of the year. This was my OD Leopard Pastel Pied Het Clown, possible yellow belly male, bred to a spot-nose clown female. And we got a decent amount of cool stuff out of there. I think I maybe hit 2 Batmans in the clutch, which is a spot-nose leopard clown. So everything in this clutch is either clown het pied or double het clown pied, meaning that everything in this clutch is going to be able to produce clown pieds when they're bred to the right snakes. So we, in typical fashion, start off and go from worst to first in terms of genetics, and usually the stuff that I'm going to put up for sale I list first, and then my holdbacks are what I list at the end of the video. So we're going to start off with this little, what is this? This is a girl. She is a pastel, possible OD, and I think she is probably OD. Double het clown pied. Beautiful little snake. She's had 3 or 4 meals at this point. I think she's on frozen thawed as well. She's actually already listed on Morph Market in a pair for right now. But she's awesome, very cool, very kind of on the more on the basic side, but still powerful and able to produce clown pieds for you. Next up, we have this awesome male. He's a spot nose. He's possible yellow belly, a double het clown pied. Really cool. Get that typical spot nose looking face there. He has those really neat saddles on his back where they kind of blush a little bit. They're a little lighter than the rest of his body. He's also on frozen thawed at this point, and a great addition if you're trying to make Batmans or Batman clown pieds. Alright, what we have here is what I like to call the Het Batman. So this is a leopard, spot nose, pastel, double het clown pied male, and he's either orange dream or yellow belly or both. Now the issue with this clutch is the dad wasn't definitively yellow belly, and I didn't really hatch anything out that in my opinion was a slam dunk on being yellow belly. So I'm not sure everything of what's going on in this male, but he's absolutely a powerhouse because he has all the important genes to make a Batman, plus he's got a couple other things going on, plus he's also het pied and obviously het clown, so he's an absolute powerhouse of a male. Ton of genetics going on here, and just an absolute crazy looking snake for not being a visual clown or visual recessive at all. He's all incomplete dominant genes, and he's het for recessive genes, but he's just an absolute killer looking snake. Now this is the one visual clown male that I got in this clutch, which is really strange, considering that I got 5 visual females, which obviously in my book that's good luck for me. He's a pastel leopard clown. He is 100% het pied, which really to me makes him probably one of the more valuable snakes in this clutch. Spot nose can make very high white or all white pied snakes. So in terms of what this guy can do, he's pastel, he's leopard, he's clown, and he's het pied. And when you're breeding that to females, you're producing a lot of very powerful snakes. And with the potential of making pastel leopard clown pieds, if you breed him to the right female. He's really, really awesome looking. He's eating extremely well. And let me get his face in here one more time so you can see him. There's a typical awesome looking clown pattern on his head. Now this sweet little girl, she's a clown het pied. I have her listed as possible orange dream. I'm not 100% positive. But she was actually born without an eye there. Now this isn't one of those things where she was born with a defective eye, and as she grew out of it, it sort of just disappeared. She just was not born with an eye there at all. As you can see, this eye on this side is completely formed properly, and she's just literally missing an eye on that side of her head. But it hasn't affected her at all. She took her very first meal and has taken every meal since then, and she's also taken frozen thawed, so she's a fantastic eater. I don't see how this is going to affect her long term at all, because it hasn't yet. Just kind of those weird anomalies that comes out of an egg. The rest of the clutch, which was 9 eggs, which was completely healthy. So, you have a potential to get a very Very awesome snake here. Clown possible OD, 100% het pied female, and she's the only female visual clown that I'm releasing from this clutch. All right, this is a leopard clown female, 100% het pied. I also have her listed as possible OD. She's a little more orange than some of the other leopard clowns that I've previously hatched out, so I'm pretty sure she's going to prove out to be OD, but she's a holdback either way because she's an awesome, powerful snake. The other females that I have in the Ultra Pied project, or the Clown Pied project that I'm growing out to breed next year, they're all basically either clown het pied or have pastel, or pastel clown het pied. And as you guys know, pastel isn't necessarily the best gene to use in clown. It actually looks okay in clown pied, but it doesn't, to me, do any clown any justice when it's just in a visual clown. So I'd like to kind of get away from breeding tons of pastel into my clown projects. So this girl is a step in that direction. Leopard, possible OD, beautiful snake, awesome pattern, kind of nice little dots. Let me unravel here a little bit so you can see them. Kind of just nice little dots going down her body there. Beautiful snake, and an awesome holdback for me. And this is a pastel spot-nosed clown het pied, possible yellow belly. Again, I'm here with the possible yellow belly because I can't guarantee it's in anything. I didn't get anything definitive that looks like it, but the way the coloration, if I can get it in here, and kind of the pixelation in those saddles here, kind of leads me to believe that maybe that is yellow belly. That's very similar to that, although spot nose kind of does that a little bit. The coloration where it's sort of almost a little red tint leads me to believe that she's yellow belly. So she's a powerful snake. Maybe not somebody I'm going to breed into clown pied, because spot nose can produce very high white pieds, even in clown pied. She's powerful for creating maybe more Batmans, using her in that project because she's a spot nose, pastel spot nose clown. Breed her to any leopard clown male and you're making Batmans, and I could probably further the project with that. If I decide to breed her in clown pieds, only technically half the babies should come out with spot nose, so I just maybe hope if I decide to breed her that way that the snakes that I want to hold back don't have spot nose, or maybe the clown pies don't have spot nose, but she's a pretty snake. I actually really like the way those kind of the blushing on these smaller pattern here just kind of has kind of a red tint and a lot of pixelation there. Really cool looking snake. Now this girl here I believe to be an OD Batman. She's a little different than the last snake I showed that was a leopard clown possible OD. The head stamp's a little different, the pattern's a lot more reduced. So I believe that she is the OD Batman. And if that's the case, again, just an absolute crazy powerhouse snake. Again, it's going to be iffy whether or not I'm going to breed her into clown pieds, because if she is spot nose, again, high white. But let's just say I breed her to a clown male that is, leopard, OD, and I want to make some super OD Batmans, and that's an awesome, powerful snake. Kind of just furthers the breeding project, possible holdbacks, make some cool snakes for people to purchase. But I think she's my favorite out of the clutch, again, because she doesn't have the pastel in it, and I love pastel in pieds. It works well, obviously, in non-recessives, but pastel in clowns is not one of my favorites because of how much it actually changes the look of the snake, and it takes a lot of the darker orange coppery tones out of the clowns. And this girl here is, I think, pretty much everything. I believe she's an OD pastel Batman, possible yellow belly. Now in this instance, because she has so much going on, I don't think the pastel did her any injustice in the pairing. Let me, if I can get her unraveled here, just to kind of show you what her pattern does. She's going to be difficult about it. I think what I've seen with a lot of different genetics here is when you add Yellow Belly into these more complex pairings with Leopard and Orange Dream, you start getting a lot of pattern up front, and then it slowly stripes, lots of dots. Let's get in focus here. Slowly fades into kind of just being a blank slate in the back. So that's why I'm thinking she's possibly Yellow Belly, or most likely Yellow Belly, and I think the dad's probably, hopefully, going to prove out to be Yellow Belly because of the way her pattern fades like that. And I see that a lot in non-recessive snakes that have Yellow Belly, Orange Dream, and Leopard, but also in pieds that do that as well. So I'm thinking she's probably going to prove out to be Yellow Belly. I know she's a pastel Batman at the very least, but I think, all of those genes are in there. And obviously going to be my most probably powerful holdback from this clutch. Maybe not my favorite, but again, pastel changes the look of these guys a lot when you add them in the clown. And when you have so many things layered on like they are in her, I don't think it does her too much of an injustice. So she's an awesome looking snake and my number one holdback for this clutch.